Everyone ready?
Yeah.
Is everybody ready, guys? I think they're ready.
And what? Okay.
I will call the public hearing to order. Thank you. We're having a public hearing this evening on September the 14th here in the Town Hall Council Chambers. Item number 2 on the agenda is solicit public comment to provide the citizens of the town of Richlands an opportunity to be heard with respect to a proposal for the town of Richlands to amend sections 3.2, 3.5, and 3.8 of Article 3 of the town charter regarding nominations and elections, term limits, the office of mayor and vice mayor, the manner for adopting ordinances, and residency requirements for town manager. Item number 3 is to receive public comment. Did we have a sign-in sheet for this? Thank you. At this time, the mayor's office will accept public comments. Is there anyone who would like to speak regarding the proposed changes to the charter? Ms. Malo and Ms. Culler. Let me break that down, please. All right, I have Laura Malo and Sandra Culler. Is there anyone else who would like to speak to address council on the proposed matters of changes to the town charter? Okay. I will ask, since there are no other people present to speak up here, I will ask Ms. Malo to please come forward. And where is she going to stand? Right here at the podium. Thank you. We just rearranged things. Thank you. And Ms. Malo, would you mind to share your address with us for the record, please?
Laura Malo, 262 Linwood Drive, Richlands. Ready?
Yes, ma'am.
The charter changes are really good in theory, but the execution is concerning. Changing our founding documents isn't something that should be taken lightly and decided in 1 or 2 meetings. The first part is purely my personal opinion, so I'll start here. While I can see the want to remove the necessity of the town manager to reside in town limits, I also feel more strongly that the town manager should reside in town limits. If the town manager doesn't believe in Richlands enough to live here, why would we trust that person to run our entire town? And next is term limits, which I think are a great idea. I fully support term limits. However, the version of term limits in the proposal, I'm afraid is going to cause confusion for future councils who are reading this without your explanation of what you guys mean by taking a break, coming back, this counts and that doesn't. I would suggest you simplify it. Set the term limits, explain it very plainly. Remove the break, set the term limits for 2 or 3 terms, whatever you guys decide upon. And please reconsider the addition regarding appointed time not counting. You're giving yourselves too much power with that. If someone is elected and then steps down, you can appoint whomever you choose to sit in that seat and skirt the term limit. So it should be uniform for everyone. Also, the addition of mayor as a council member is contradicting to itself in the council section of the charter. If the mayor is a member of the council, they are entitled to a vote. You can't say the mayor is a member and then restrict his or her ability to vote. This will once again create confusion and contradicting our own charter where the duties of council are defined. If he or she is a member, those become the mayor's duties as well. And in regard to the vice mayor voting, you guys are completely removing any checks and balances system that we have in the council by allowing the acting vice mayor to vote. You're also setting us up for a huge failure. If the vice mayor is acting mayor and creates a tie, you're allowing the vice mayor to vote twice, once as a council member and then again as mayor. The section regarding the 2 readings of ordinances, again, you guys are removing a checks and balances system by not requiring ordinances to be read at 2 regular meetings. You're allowing ordinances to be passed quickly and without regard to citizen involvement. This goes straight into the allowing of any passage as an emergency ordinance. It seems like you guys are forgetting that you're not our authority. You are our voice. You work for the citizens, but you don't dictate us. You are in those seats to advocate for us, not to just make the rules. By passing these changes, you're giving yourselves too much power and removing checks and balances. You're also taking away the opportunity for citizen involvement. You're trying to give yourselves absolute power. A British historian named Lord Acton once said, "Power corrupts, but absolute power corrupts absolutely."
Thank you. The next speaker is Mrs. Culler. Mrs. Culler, when you come to the podium, would you please share your address with the council for the record?
Sandra Culler, 1301 McDowell Street, Richlands. Regarding the proposed changes to the charter, I really do agree with term limits. I think there should be term limits. I have no problem with the break. And then if someone wants to rerun, could run again. I have no problem with that. The manner for adopting ordinances, I believe there is one statement in there that talks about emergencies, that the council would, if you change an ordinance, you have to have 2 readings for that ordinance to pass, except in an emergency. And I have tried my best to try to figure out when there would be an emergency that the whole council would be called in to vote. I would suggest that we use the term urgent. I can't think of an emergency if it's an emergency, the town manager's going to take action and take care of whatever the problem is. I was thinking of a possible spill, a hazardous spill into the river or something that would endanger the lives of citizens. And you have time to call all the council together, your town manager would call for that. So I would suggest a change, maybe instead of using the term emergency, use urgent and with some kind of descriptive definition as far as that goes. I don't have a problem with vice mayor if she has or he has to step up to take the place of the mayor. It's a temporary thing, and if they should continue to have their vote. And as far as the residency requirements for the town manager, yes, I think he should live in town just like all the other council members should live in town, at least within a 5-mile radius of the boundaries of our town. That's all.
Thank you. There being no other persons who have stepped forward to speak here at our public hearing, I will now close the public comment period, and I will ask for a motion to close the public hearing.
I'll make that motion.
Can council members speak or?
Doug, it's really for this part is hearing the members of council, but during regular council, you certainly have that opportunity. Okay. I'm sorry, there was a motion. Did you make the motion?
Yes.
Is there a second?
I can second.
There's a motion and a second on the floor to close the public hearing and the comment period. Is there any discussion on this motion? There being no discussion, I will ask for a roll call vote, please.
Doug,
Yes.
Jeff,
Yes.
Richard,
Yes.
Mike,
Yes.
Mary Ann.
Yes.
Motion passes. This meeting is closed, adjourned until our regular meeting commences at 6 o'clock. Thank you.